right, we're live. Back at it. Today's May 22nd, 2022. And we're going to make sure that we're streaming live. Um, but let's tap back into the charts and see what happened last week. We're looking at SPY over here. Everything is according to plan. We're still in this tight bear channel. Nothing off the weekly that would be too interesting. Looks like we had a failed break higher, but then when we worked our way back towards the lows, we were unable to close lower than this previous bar. So it's really just kind of like indecision. On the daily, I do see a little setup. We have this sort of short-term trend break outside, move to a new low, and it couldn't close lower. So maybe we'll see like one more day, an official close. But either way, I'll be looking for the next like strong bull bar, the next strong green bar to come test this EMA. So I see some short-term bull action in the near future. No setup for that, but it's just this little trend's pretty much played out. So maybe we'd expect that if we don't continue in this channel. So nothing really interesting happened last week. Just a lot of sideways action, a lot of indecision. We'll go to Bitcoin. Same sort of deal on Bitcoin. We are still kind of working lower. We're inside of that channel. The measured move is down here at 12,000. Nothing to do. Just a small low volume bar on the week. Really not much action. This video really I don't think had to be made, but I just wanted to stay consistent, so I'm here just kind of breaking it down, but there wasn't really much. And then on a daily chart, all you see is like bar to bar action, back to back bars. So you could probably draw your range there. So there'll be plays in between these ranges. We just come off this low side though, so I'd expect a failed breakout that moves higher or a breakout pullback, resistance becomes support, and then we continue back to the side of the channel. No actual setups. I kind of feel like the failed breakout lower is more probable just because we have this trend, broke outside, we'll test these lows. After testing these lows, if we do make a new low, there'll be a high probability chance we'll come back into this range. And then if we're like unable to actually break these lows, then that'll just give extra strength to the bulls to the upside. So I'm kind of seeing with Bitcoin maybe a push lower and then probably a retracement higher. That's on the daily chart. Again, no setup. Once you see this sort of price action, there's nothing to do with that. You just kind of hang out, wait it out. Let's move on to gold. Kind of speeding through it today. Just not much going on. On gold on the weekly, there's a really aggressive long trade, second entry long off this high, first entry, second entry. I think there are reasons you would trade that, but the reason why you wouldn't trade it is probably the strongest reason that's sort of wait, because we have this short-term trend, first break, kind of make two legs down. Generally this is a pretty good trade, at least back to this support. This is a pretty aggressive trade. You just want to be super careful like in the middle, because in the middle of the overall range, it's as likely to just kind of tick up a little bit, reverse, and just kind of chop around. So like the probabilities aren't that good, but I think the pattern and the setup, we'd expect the EMA touch and then probably even this support over here. Let's see on the daily. Same sort of situation on the daily channel. It's the first break of this channel, so we might see that breakout side test. It just kind of depends. No real telling. Really, what I'm using though is this kind of shorter term trend. If you see all of these bars are closing below or inside the previous bar until this green bar is able to close above the previous. So I see leg 1, break outside, move to a new low, leg 2. So as the bulls gain momentum right here, there'll be a lot of pressure on the next bear close. Like the next bear close will more than likely come back to retest these highs. And if it closes above these highs, it'll probably continue higher. So even though this is kind of bearish, right now the bulls have momentum in gold. The bulls have the momentum. So I'll be keying in. There's an aggressive long on the weekly, and then on the daily, the bulls definitely have the momentum. So there's that. We'll make it quick today. I gotta go. What's happened with pounds here? Again, nothing really happened, except for like on the intraday charts. But on the daily charts, not much going on. You can see Palantir on the daily. There's nothing you can do with that. I would just avoid this. Stay out of that. There's nothing going on with there. And Twitter. I mean, the Twitter trade is pretty much a wrap in terms of we cleared this this gap, and we're trending down, and it looks like we're kind of going sideways. And we'll see how price action responds when it reaches this far side. But again, nothing really, So that's pretty much it. Today's is pretty short. I don't have a lot of time today. But there's not much like for the swing trades. That's why I love kind of day trading, because there's always something if you're day trading. But for swing trading, I don't know. It's kind of a slow week, kind of a boring week. So we'll just have to hang tight. Like I said last week, the next couple weeks will be important. So it just depends on where we get closes over the next few weeks. I mean, right now, the overall market is just so oversold. You can't really say either way where it's going to go, but the further it starts to shoot out this way, the more likely we're going to come back and test at least the support. At least. So we'll have to wait on that and see. That's really all I got though for today. Today's is short. Maybe I can do some videos during the week on like some specific strategy stuff. But for today, that's pretty much all we got. Again, it's not really like trading advice. I have a disclaimer up here. I'll flash that real quick. So, none of this is like advice. If you really want to go take these trades, go find an investment advisor. But that'll do it for me for this week. It's your boy, Sean, and I'm out. Until then, until next week, trade safe, get some money. See y'all.